Anyone who's followed my channel for some time now knows that I've done videos on the X100, some with street photography and some with an infrared filter. I got the X100 from my father, and he had an XE1 together with two lenses, the 14mm 2.8 and the 18 to 55 2.8 to f4. Well, he wanted the X100 back again because it was more easy for him to operate, and I inherited the XE1 together with those lenses. One of the things about the XE1 was I really loved the optical viewfinder. I find the electronic viewfinder very difficult. So obviously I was happy getting the lenses and interchangeable lenses, and obviously it's better than just having a 35 fixed on the camera. But at the same time, obviously I was getting the XE1, which only has an electronic viewfinder. I posted a video a short time ago where I've started to get to grips with it and find it okay. I could use it at a pinch, but it's not really my style. And I missed the optical viewfinder of the X100, and I knew I would, as I tried the XE1 when my father came over a couple of years ago. So basically I got an X Pro 1 second hand and bought that from London Camera Exchange. I'll post the price and links to where you can find them. I got it from Taunton, which is near where my parents come from. There's an interesting backstory to that one. I went over to visit my parents in February, and all leading up to it I expected to get the X Pro 1, or at least have one in the hands to try it. And I found this one in Taunton, and literally 2 days before I got on the flight to go to the UK, it was sold. So I'd lost it. Basically I was there then for about a week and a half, 2 weeks, and when I came back, shortly after coming back, about 5 or 6 days afterwards, it was back in the shop again. And it was the same one because I noticed the serial number. I called up the shop, and it turns out that a person had been told by their family they should get one. So they got that camera, tried it, but they didn't like it, so it went back. So literally for the time I was there, from just before to just after I'd left, it was not available. As it was, I called them and bought it, and they shipped it over to me here in Germany, which is great, and I have it. A couple of things about London Camera Exchange which is really well worth knowing. The camera itself is in really good condition. There's literally one tiny scratch of a few millimeters at the back above the jog dial here, and I can only assume that someone had a ring and scratched it. Other than that, everything is there. The box, the cables, even the little eyepiece that's unscrewable. For some reason people kept taking them off on some of the ones that I saw second hand for sale. So it's a perfect setup, and I've got it obviously with these sets of lenses. Very nice camera. I'm getting used to it. Couple of things come up. Obviously when you're using a zoom, you have obviously the eyepiece and you have then the lens, and they have to collimate to get the framing right. That's sometimes off, and so you get the situation that if you're using the center point for focusing as well as exposure, you find that you actually are focusing on something in the distance because you're slightly misaligned to the subject that you wanted in focus. That takes, I think, a bit of practice to get that right. I'm getting better at it. If you use the automatic focus, where it uses an array of points and it works out what is closest in the frame, that seems to work perfectly fine. So it is actually a very usable system. I've posted pictures as I'm talking so that you can get some idea of some of the things. Obviously with lockdown there's not a lot one can do other than take the cat in the garden, so that's what I've been doing, practicing and practicing to try and get used to it. I would say it's taken very little time to get used to it and get a feel for what you have to do. Is it quirky? No, it opens doors. You can see what's coming into a frame, and that I suppose is one of the main reasons why a real rangefinder camera is attractive. The idea of manual focus is probably not attractive to most people if you can avoid it, but certainly the ability to see what's coming into your frame. Anyway, I'll leave you with the rest of the pictures, and if anyone has any comments or any observations, place them below. Until next time.